Alright guys, so I wanted to do this video for quite a while now because I love passive income, and I'm sure you guys too. Passive income is amazing because it's money that you make, doing nothing basically. You can make the money as you sleep, as you eat. You can work another job and still make passive income on the side with another job. There's a lot of cool different things you can do with passive income, and I think it is one of the best ways and the smartest ways to make money, whether it's working from home or online or whatever it is kind of thing that you want to be doing. Now in this video, I'm going to show you guys a lot of different ways to make passive income, and some of these are going to be more passive than others in the sense where some of them might require a little bit of work up front and then maybe low maintenance later on, while some of them require work up front and will be truly passive. So these 8 ways are these 8 ideas are in no particular way in order. I'm just going to kind of roll them off here. So let's get into it. So the first way of making passive income is with a YouTube channel. Now, if you guys don't know, I started this YouTube channel in early 2020 with the sole purpose of basically documenting my journey with investing and earning passive income online. And I kind of have an idea that I do want to earn passive income from this YouTube channel, and that's kind of another reason why I started it. It's to keep me in check. It's to show my all the stuff I do to you guys, show you guys how to invest and stuff like that, and get good with the financial stuff. But it's also, I kind of built this channel as a way to make passive income online. I love doing videos, I love editing, and I think YouTube is a solid choice for a lot of people. So if you have an expertise in something, or there's something you're good at, you're really good at, a YouTube channel or starting a YouTube channel is a great way to do it. It does take time and it does take a lot of work up front, but kind of once you get things going, things kind of start to snowball and build up, and over time, once you kind of get the ball rolling, that passive income will keep coming in, and it keeps rolling in no matter what you kind of do, kind of thing. You don't have to upload videos as much, but you got to get that ball rolling. That's the hardest part with YouTube. So even though it can be a passive income as time goes on, in the beginning it does require a lot of work up front. So if you think that might be something right for you, I do recommend YouTube. It's a great way to make some passive income online. The next way of making passive income that I'm going to talk about is affiliate marketing. Now this is pretty popular, and I've done affiliate marketing in the past, and you can do this on a blog, a website, a YouTube channel. You can do all kinds of different things with affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is pretty powerful because you can make some good money from affiliate marketing if you pick the right programs, and it's relatively easy to get started. Anybody can, make a review video about something, or you can start a blog or a YouTube channel and write about product reviews, do top 10 lists, things like that. There's a lot of different things you can do, and there's a lot of different programs out there. Some of them are better than others, some of them are more popular, but it really depends on what you're reviewing. In my experience, I find that if you're kind of new to things, targeting some of the bigger programs that have higher payouts is the best way to do it. But for most people, if you're kind of getting just started with affiliate marketing, try to look at products that you use in your house, products or services that you use online. You can do review videos, and you'd be surprised at how much money you can actually make once that trickle traffic starts coming in, and maybe you get a couple referrals a month. Now, if you're like promoting like Amazon products or something like that, you're not gonna, you might get a couple bucks here and there. But if you're promoting like a membership website or some kind of program that you like, that you actually use, or is good quality that your audience will like, you can make anywhere between like $50 to $100 per commission, and that does add up over time. And although this might not be your main business model, I've had a YouTube channel in the past about programming, where I did affiliate marketing, and that affiliate marketing made me like an extra $200-300 a month on top of my ad revenue. So it does add up, and that was just from one program, from like just a couple of videos. So affiliate marketing over time, like the income does add up, and it is a nice way to make passive income because you can literally do like one piece of content, and then like that traffic will keep coming in over time, and you might get a referral here and there. But it is pretty easy in the sense where you just do a little bit of work up front, and then the income is fairly passive for the most part as time goes on. And then it's up to you if you want to add more content or promote it more in the other content that you do. So affiliate marketing is my second way of making passive income in 2020, and I think it's pretty solid. Alright, so my third way of making passive income is going to be, we're going to go a little bit different direction here, guys. We're going to talk about savings accounts. Now, savings accounts are kind of cool because it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but it does add up. And once again, savings accounts do have their purposes. For example, some savings accounts you can get that have lower rates, you can just use to park your money in temporarily. So this could be money that you're not sure, like maybe you don't want to invest, maybe you want to save this money because you're using it for like a house payment or something like that. But let's say you want to hold on to it for like a year or something, you could stick it into a high interest savings account. And the cool thing is that traditional banks are starting to realize that online banks are starting to like give you better rates in terms of percentages. So like I kind of see a lot of savings accounts going up, kind of thing. Like, well, before you might get like a 1% rate or something kind of crappy like that. I now see a lot of banks offering like 2 to sometimes 3%. and savings accounts. And so I think it's a pretty solid way if you have money that you don't want to invest or something like that, or you just want to hang on to for a couple months. Obviously, it's not going to make you a ton of money, but let's say you have a couple $1,000s you want to put into a savings account. Not only does it stop you from spending that money, which is probably the most important thing, that money sitting into a savings account earning like 2 to 3% or something like that, it does kind of add up. That money adds up over time. And as you decide what you want to do with that money, you can either invest it from there or just hold on to it and use it for like a big payment, like a car, or maybe you want to buy a used car or something like that, or maybe you want to use it for a down payment or something, or maybe like a family vacation. All those things are cool things that you can do, and it does make a savings account actually a very smart choice. So savings accounts are a good way to get started with passive income, because you literally put the money in and then you don't do nothing. Like, it's pretty much truly passive income in that sense. And that's why I think it's a great way to get started, and it is a solid source of passive income. My fourth recommendation I'm going to say for passive income in 2020 is video courses. Now, I've done video courses in the past. I've done programming courses. I did a little bit of computer programming, web development back in the day, and I taught programming courses. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can sell your courses from your own website. You can use a third party or a marketplace like Skillshare or Udemy. And all these are pretty solid options, and it's a great way to get started. Course creation does require a little bit of work up front. Like I'd say, out of all the different things I've talked so far, it probably requires the most work up front, other than maybe like a YouTube channel. And you can sell your courses from a YouTube channel, by the way. But when it comes to online courses, it takes a lot of work up front. But the earning potential is pretty solid. Like when I did online courses, I made pretty good income, especially coming from absolutely nothing. Just selling courses on online platforms. And although it does take work, it does take effort, once you kind of get once you get that snowball rolling, you can kind of see some passive income coming in over time. In fact, courses I've done like a couple years ago still make me money to this day, but they did take me like a long time to work to put together up front. And this kind of depends on like how familiar you are with filming and editing and stuff like that as well. So if you're good with a camera, or you're good at editing, or you want to learn and you think you can do it, online course creation is a good way to get started. You could easily make like $50, a couple $100 a month doing online courses, and you could easily make a full-time income if you really took it seriously. Would require a lot of work, like it did for me back when I was doing it, but it is worth it in the end, and that income can definitely come back over to you over the course of a couple years, especially if what you're creating is like an evergreen topic where people are always going to be searching for, or maybe like it's something that that's not going to get old over a couple months or a couple years, kind of thing, like what I did with my programming courses. So online courses is a good option. I highly recommend it. It's a great way to get started for a lot of people, especially if you're into like the whole filming thing like I am. So I'd highly recommend online courses if you haven't checked it out already. Alright, so the next way I recommend to make passive income, and I'll be honest, I haven't done this myself, but I see a lot of people doing this online. And for this way of making passive income, you do need to have a bit of a following if you're using social media. Otherwise, you can use some websites to kind of get going. I see a lot of people doing ads with this kind of thing, but it kind of depends on which route you want to take. And this is selling merch, so selling like t-shirts, sweaters, things like that. I've seen a lot of people have pretty good success with it. I haven't done it myself. So I can't really offer any help in that department, but I do believe it is a great way to make money when it comes to passive income, because once you get that t-shirt design, maybe you do a little marketing, maybe do a little promotion, and then like it starts selling, and then that word of mouth kind of picks it up, right? And if you're using like a marketplace to kind of promote it, obviously they're going to promote your product if it's like selling really good and stuff like that. So merch is a pretty cool thing to look into. I'd check it out. On that topic, you could also look into like Kindle books, ebooks, and that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people recommend that, but that stuff doesn't seem to work as good these days. So I think things like maybe you could look into merch or something like that, because it seems to be a little bit more popular, and I think you can make pretty good money selling merch online. But keep in mind, you do need to be good with graphics, or you need to hire somebody to do graphics and stuff like that. And I'm not really familiar with that kind of stuff, so I just wanted to throw that in there to get an idea going for you guys. So merch is definitely something you might want to consider. Alright, so the next method we're going to talk about is earning passive income. We're getting into the stages where I think these are the best ways to make passive income, and these are my favorite, and this is what this channel is all about, is investing. Now we're going to start with the dividend investing, because dividend investing is solid, it's cool, it's my favorite, and I think you guys might want to check it out. So if you guys don't know, I'm building a dividend portfolio on this YouTube channel. It's a case study. We're going a dividend portfolio from $0 to $100,000. Check that series out. I'll link to it in the description of this video if you guys want to learn more about dividend investing. Basically, dividend investing is investing into stocks, and then these stocks will pay you dividends on a monthly, quarterly, or whatever kind of basis kind of thing, and you don't have to do anything to get these dividends. For example, if you can buy like let's say Coca-Cola stock or Pepsi stock, and all you have to do is buy the stock, hold it, and then over time that company will pay you dividends on, I think they pay out a quarterly basis. Most of them do pay out quarterly, but some dividends do pay out monthly. And it's a solid way to make money because you're just, as these companies make more money and their profits go up, you're just making that money too. And it feels cool to own a share of a company. Like imagine owning like a couple $1,000s in Pepsi or something like that. You now own that share of the company. And as that company grows and as the company makes more money, you're making money and you get a nice fat dividend check in the month as your portfolio grows. And just show you guys an example, I'll link to a few videos in the description here. Check out my video how I made $300 in dividends in January. Check that video out because that video kind of goes over like my dividend investing and how I make money with dividends. It's a solid way to make money. It's cool. It's a great way to build that monthly income, and it is truly passive because all you have to do is click a button, put that money into stocks, and you will get dividends now basically until you take that money out. So and if you reinvest your dividends, you can make any more because now you have compound interest going in your favor. So definitely check that out. I highly recommend it. Investing is one of the best things you can do, and I think it is the best and smartest way to make passive income, and it is truly passive income. Staying with the topic of investing, I'm going to talk about high growth portfolio stocks, and I'm going to separate this from dividend investing, even though this is like investing. They're two different ways of doing it. Now, high growth stocks are stocks that you would buy, right, in a high growth account, and then over time, as the stocks go up in price, that's where you make your money. Now, when it comes to investing, I recommend that you guys do a bit of both. Now, keep in mind that dividend stocks also grow up, like the stock values will go up in time too, but it'll just be a smaller amount as most of the money is made from the dividends. So if you want to go with high growth stocks, which I highly recommend you do, what you want to do is for beginners, like check out a robo-advisor or something like that. I use Wealthsimple. Check out like a robo-advisor to get you started, and what they'll do is they'll start putting your money into different ETFs and high growth stocks, and then over time those stocks will raise. And a lot of ETFs also have a mixture of the two, like they have high growth stocks with the dividend based stocks, so you kind of get the best of both worlds in a lot of cases. So high growth stocks combined with dividend investing, it's a solid way to build a portfolio. And once again, like the income is truly passive, guys. Like you can't go wrong. You put the money in and it just makes you money until the end of time. And that's why I highly recommend investing, and high growth stocks are a great way to do it. So my last form of passive income that I'm going to give it to you guys is another form of investing, but we're going to kind of talk about like how this kind of ties in and how it's different. And this is real estate investing. Now, real estate investing traditionally, as most people think, would be being a landlord, right? You buy a property, you pay a mortgage or something like that, and then you rent it out. Now, you can make passive income, but the problem with this approach for a lot of people, it's kind of scary, right? Like you need that money, you need the cash up front, you need to make a down payment, then you need to do maintenance, and then you need to be a landlord. So if that's the route you want to take, that is a route you can take. But for a lot of people, I'm going to suggest something that's a little bit different, that like especially to get your feet wet, especially if you want to own a real estate, but you don't want to add the obligations of being a landlord. So here's what you do. If you want to invest in real estate, but you don't want to be a landlord, or you want to pay somebody else to do it, look into an REIT or a real estate investment fund. So basically what this is this is a fund that's kind of like works with like stocks, but when you buy it, you're buying a bunch of shares of like small little real estate companies around the world, or depending on where you buy it from. But for example, like let's say you look at a REIT, it might be like a different apartment buildings, it might be like shopping centers and malls and things like that, it might be hospitals, it might be office buildings. When you buy into that, you own a percentage of these, like this real estate basically, and as the people who rent out these places pay rent, you get a portion of that, and it's usually paid out monthly or quarterly depending on the different fund. So you can invest into real estate, own these different properties, own actual real estate, and then every month you get like the dividends, which is kind of like a share of the rent that the people pay. And usually a lot of these funds will also, like once a year, they'll also pay you out like any value. Like, so for example, let's say if a building they own went up in value, then they sold it, they'll pay you like a portion of that lump sum. So check that out. It's a great way to make money. It's a great way to get started with real estate without being a landlord and getting into all that complicated stuff. You can definitely be a landlord and go down that route if you guys want, but I highly recommend you check out an REIT of some kind, because it's just a cool way to get started with investing, and you can get into real estate without like all the worrisome and all the going into depth kind of thing, if that kind of thing interests you. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of quick. I kind of went through these things really quickly, but I just wanted to give you guys some ideas on how you can make passive income in 2020. So if you guys like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to give it a like, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you guys want more investing stuff, more financial, tips and whatnot, be sure to subscribe to the channel because that is what this channel is about. So if you guys enjoy this video, let me know what you think. If there's any passive income ideas you want to share in the comments, feel free to do so. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching the video today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and take care.